K-pop lovers. Welcome back to K-pop Update, the home of the most touching, inspiring, and surprising stories from the world of Korean entertainment. There are moments that arrive unexpectedly, breaking through the ordinary rhythm of life and touching the heart with a warmth that can't quite be explained. That's exactly what happened when news about Jin, the member of BTS known for his calm presence and captivating charm, surfaced once again. But this time, he wasn't standing on a massive stage with thousands of fans cheering, nor was he holding a microphone to sing the songs that have topped global charts, or striding down an international runway in designer clothing. This time, he was standing somewhere far more intimate and personal, at a wedding. And not just as a guest, but as the main host, the Master of Ceremonies guiding the flow of joy on one of the most important days in a dear friend's life. The story spread quickly. Within hours of the event, social media was filled with video snippets, photographs, and heartfelt recounts of how Jin led the ceremony with a voice that was calm yet commanding, a smile that was gentle yet polished. Fans affectionately called him MC Jin, a nickname simple on the surface, but full of meaning. In that role, he wasn't a global idol but a loyal friend, giving the best of himself without the blinding glare of fame. And as always, his presence stirred waves of curiosity and quiet speculation. Was this a subtle sign that he, too, was preparing for a new chapter in his own life? Could it be that behind all the schedules and performances, Jin was quietly opening a door to love? In that reverent atmosphere, Jin introduced himself with words that were simple yet unforgettable. On behalf of both families, allow me, Jin of BTS, to guide you through this celebration. Your warmth and applause mean the world. The moment he spoke those words, the room filled with applause. Not because he was a celebrity, but because his tone carried something genuine, something deeply human. There was a sincerity that resonated, a feeling that poured from his voice, and the guests could sense it. It was more than a formal introduction. It was a bridge, a reminder that joy is most powerful when shared. What made it even more special was the fact that this wasn't Jin's first time holding such a role. Reports confirmed it was his 6th time hosting a wedding. He had previously been the MC for an old school friend, for his own older brother, for his personal trainer, and now for a trusted manager who had been by his side throughout his career. Each time, Jin showed a different side of himself, not the dazzling superstar seen from a distance, but the loyal friend who showed up when it mattered most. And this time, it carried an added weight. In the middle of album preparations and international projects, he still made time to fly back to Seoul just for this event, a quiet but powerful act of loyalty that fans would later call devoted as ever. When a short clip of the ceremony appeared online with the caption, RMC Jin, blessing marriages one toast at a time, fans couldn't help but read between the lines. Comments began to flood platforms like X, formerly Twitter. Is this the signal we've been waiting for? The softest way Jin is telling us he's ready for his own chapter? Another whispered, he's seen love this close, maybe he's ready to feel it himself. Speculation took on many forms, questions about his future, imagined vows, dreamy what-ifs. But beyond the rumors, there was something more profound, respect. Fans understood that being an MC wasn't just about reading a script. It was a gesture of trust. And trust, especially in moments like these, is not given lightly. Hosting a wedding means being entrusted with the weight of a couple's most important day, balancing joy and reverence. And Jin did it with elegance. His voice carried not just words, but care. His manner held not just professionalism, but affection. The beauty of this moment was also in its contrast to Jin's other life. Just weeks ago, he was the focus of international headlines with his stunning runway debut for Gucci, appearing as a global fashion icon. The world knows him as a star, as someone who moves with cameras flashing, who commands arenas and captures millions. Yet here he was, stripped of the glamour, standing in humility, offering himself not as an idol but as a friend. It was a reminder that beneath the achievements and the fame, there is still Kim Si-jin, the son, the brother, the loyal companion. That night, when he stood beside the bride and groom, not as a themselves stopping mid-scroll, caught by a quiet kind of magic. The videos were short, the photos simple, but the feeling was unmistakable. It was not the kind of moment that screams for attention. It was the kind that whispers to your heart, reminding you what really matters. Jin began the night with an honest smile, and he ended it with a gentle blessing. May your life together be filled with laughter and joy. That single sentence, so simple yet full of meaning, was enough to send fans into creative overdrive. Edits began to appear, illustrations capturing his quiet smile, captions that read like poetry. The next morning, social media felt different. There was warmth lingering in the timelines. Comments like, "Jin knows how to light up a room with just one sentence," and "Not just a star, an emotional compass," filled the feed. Some fans created collages blending images from the wedding with moments from his solo era, overlaying them with soft glows and captions that read, "Elegance in all its forms." There was a collective understanding that this night, without the roar of a stadium, without the flash of fame, was perhaps one of his most impactful moments. And while speculation about his personal life continued to swirl, most fans chose to celebrate the moment for what it was. They knew there might be a long time before Jin shares his own love story with the world. But that night gave them something precious, proof that even in the midst of global schedules, the heart finds room for loyalty and friendship. Perhaps one day, Jin will stand on another stage, not as a wedding MC for someone else, but as a groom himself. Perhaps one day, the words he spoke so sincerely for others will return to him, spoken by someone he loves. Until that day comes, though, the world will hold on to this memory, a quiet, beautiful evening when a global star chose to simply be a friend. A night when Kim Seokjin reminded us all that love, in every form, deserves to be celebrated. If you enjoyed this video,